even Donald Trump's most hardened critics, the ones who've accused him of being an evil fascist, the devil incarnate, must now admit there is no one more deserving of the Nobel Peace Prize. The US president is now on the cusp of achieving what many believed unachievable: an end to the war in Gaza and lasting peace in the Middle East. And can you just imagine the faces on those chronic Trump derangement sufferers, among them most of the mainstream media, when Trump gets on stage to collect his gong? It's worth it for that alone. But let's go back. This was the moment Trump was handed that note by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The note read, "Very close," and asked the president to approve a post on Truth Social announcing Israel and Hamas had agreed to phase 1 of his historic peace plan. And oh, how Trump obliged in his characteristic caps lock heavy style. He wrote, "I am very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. This means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first steps toward a strong, durable and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, all surrounding nations, and the United States of America. And we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. Blessed are the peacemakers." Of course, this peace deal still depends on Hamas not reneging on their side of the bargain, and we know those fundamentalist Islamist terrorists are a slippery bunch at the best of times. But the support of neighbouring Arab states bodes far more positively than any previous attempts to secure peace. Hamas's chief negotiator in Qatar, Khalil al-Hayya, said in a statement, "We acted responsibly in relation to US President Donald Trump's plan. Today, we announce an agreement to end the war, see Israel withdraw from the Strip, and carry out a prisoner exchange." Note how to Hamas, innocent Israeli hostages are prisoners, like the hundreds of hardened Palestinian criminals in Israeli jails, among them terrorists, to be released in a swap. Here's how Trump himself explained the significance of this moment on Fox News' Hannity.
So great for this country, for the United States of America, and that we could be involved in, making a deal like this happen, because it was, many years they talked about peace in the Middle East. This is more than Gaza. This is peace in the Middle East, and it's an incredible thing.
And families of the 48 hostages who, under the first stage of the plan, will be coming home on either Monday or Tuesday, responded with unbridled joy.
What do you guys have to say to President Trump?
Thank you!
Thank you very much, everybody.
You did it!
You
did it!
Wow.
God bless you, Mr. President. God bless America.
Thank you very much. You just take care of yourselves. The hostages will come back. They're all coming back on Monday.
And here's how Palestinians themselves celebrated on the streets of Gaza. Of course, the usual suspects in the media were still trying to downplay Trump's big victory here.
Obviously, blessed are the peacemakers indeed, but it is worth pointing out this is a ceasefire deal, right? This is not a larger peace deal about a Palestinian state of any sort and who gets to rule a Palestinian state, and Israel gets security guarantees, how, and all that. That is still TBD, right?
I mean, yes.
But you know what's really telling? The people who aren't celebrating. You'd think the pro-Palestine protesters who've demonstrated every weekend for 2 years, screaming about invented and inverted claims of genocide, would welcome the announcement of long-awaited peace in the region. Activist group Stand for Palestine, who organised the Glory to Our Martyrs protest on the anniversary of October 7 in Sydney, said in a social media post, "The fight is not over until the Zionist entity ceases to exist." The mask has truly slipped. And even after news of the peace agreement and after the Supreme Court in New South Wales blocked a despicable plan to once again march on the Opera House in a repeat of those ugly scenes from 2 years ago, the Palestine Action Group was still vowing to take their hate march through the heart of Sydney.
If there's a ceasefire in the next 48 hours, is there still a need to protest and why?
Yes, because this goes beyond just the genocide over the last 2 years. I hope that there is a ceasefire, but I also am very sceptical, as Israel has not actually given any guarantees that they will ceasefire, that we will still need to fight to try and end this complicity with an apartheid regime.
When even Hamas can accept the deal, but their useful idiots in the West can't, you know we have a real problem.